Good morning, Brandcliff House. As we welcome back almost all of our grades over the next 2 weeks, this will probably be our last online assembly, and we will have to look at different ways of interacting on our weekly assembly. I thought of going through some reflections of our time during lockdown and what lessons we can take moving on. The first lesson that I took from lockdown was how attached we all are to our routines, and how any disruption to that routine causes intense anxiety and uncertainty. It was also very hard to let go of control in many situations. A lot of the decisions that were made were out of our hands, and we had to just go with the flow, and it was quite challenging for us to get to grips with. The next lesson was also how it was interesting how different people cope with change and uncertainty. Many have coped better than others. Many are still going through some challenges, but it did show us what our reaction would be to an intense shift in our daily schedules. Also, we took a lot for granted. We maybe took our family for granted, our types of employment, our health, our school, our work, our routines, and lockdown showed us what matters most in our lives, and I'm hoping that that's a lesson that we can continue to carry with us. It also showed us that it can be hard to cope with these intense changes and a troubling environment on our own. Facing struggles is definitely easier when you are surrounded by people that you care about, and going it alone can be very challenging. And then the final lesson was just that we should be grateful of our current circumstances. There are many around us who are facing intense challenges, whether they are emotional challenges, medical challenges with health, financial challenges, business challenges. People are facing extremely tough times, and we need to be grateful for what we have and what is working for us in our lives. We should also have empathy for those who are maybe struggling. We should try and assist them where we can. Some of the biggest lessons, though, are that we are still standing, we are still here, even though we're in the midst of this global crisis. We're still around. We can adapt. We can at least cope with this massive change more than maybe we thought we could. It's also shown us that we can do things in different ways, even though we necessarily did not want to step out of our comfort zone. We've been forced to learn new skills and to cope by developing new mechanisms and education. The final thing is also, since March, we are probably different people. We are very different people living in a very different world, in a very different society. But the only way through this is forward. We can't go around it, we can't go over it, we must go through it. So we can't really see our way clear, we can't see the future, and it's unclear how long we will be facing this predicament. But we have proven, maybe just to ourselves, that we are more resilient than we thought we were. We continue to learn more about ourselves and more about the world around us that seems to be changing every 24 hours, or even every 12 hours. So we constantly need to re-energize, to find new strength to carry on. And a scene comes to my mind from the cult classic film, The Boondock Saints. The main characters have gone through a series of extremely intense and difficult circumstances, pretty much the whole movie. And the character Connor asks his mentor, Il Duce, he asks him how far they have to go before their troubles are over. And Il Duce responds, the question is not how far, the question is, do you possess the constitution, the depth of faith to go as far as is needed? So realistically, the only way to go is forward, by taking baby steps, one small step at a time, one day at a time, as long as we have to. There are still valuable lessons for us to learn if we can just avoid being overwhelmed. So I know that you do have what it takes, and I think you know that too. You do have what it takes to go as far as is needed. So please have a good week, stay safe, stay healthy, and we will catch up soon. Thank you.